Anti-nutrients. Who would have known? You just want to make a salad. Oh, just put a little chopped onion in there. Oh, there's what in that? Salicylates? Ruin the gut biome? Okay, just remove those. Just add some spinach. Spinach has what? Oxalates? So don't add that. Is there any fucking plants that don't have this shit? There is a war raging against fruits and vegetables somehow. They want to keep you from it. The healthiest foods on the planet are those. No question. You know it intuitively. I'm not a Harvard graduate, alright? I beat up Harvard kids for lunch money. That's what I do. So today we talk about anti-nutrients. Should you be afraid of them? Coming from somebody with a history of colitis and the worst digestion ever, and now there ain't an ape on this planet that could poo better than I do. We held contests in the past. I won all of them. 6 in a row, undefeated. Let's get into the video.
I love your colon, girl, it's my world. I won't ever make a sound.
I have a rogue hair. What are you doing? Is that the anti-nutrients? Oh, damn it. When I decided last year to give up 10 years of veganism to try to heal myself on a completely different path, the carnivore diet, there was not a lot of information supporting my choice, but I was looking for it, and the only thing that really came up was anti-nutrients in plants. And so I stuck with it, I clinged on to it. Oxalates. Oh, no wonder I was feeling like shit. Oxalates, salicylates, oxalates. We got the FODMAPs, frickin' FODMAPs, making you poo weird. Frickin' noodles coming out of you. So when you start researching this a little more, it just keeps coming up. Phytic acid in the grains and the beans and the nuts and the seeds, it's all in there. Histamines. I'm not cheating. You got solanine in the tater tots you've been chowing on. Frickin' goitrogens everywhere. Thyroid just under attack. You have to wear a scarf to your salad. Help my thyroid. So what's the deal? Should you be worrying about any of this? Let me give you my thoughts for a second. There are anti-nutrients in plants, and they're designed to keep things from eating them. Insects this big. And it doesn't even kill them. It just deters them slightly. They're like, oh, that's kind of sour. A little frickin' thing this big eats the leaf, lots of it, by the way. They're eating that spinach, and then eventually they feel the oxalates. They're like, oh, I've had enough. Like literally a day's worth of food. They're like, all right, we should move on. Most of these so-called anti-nutrients are designed to keep tiny little insects from overeating them. They can still eat a lot of them, but just don't overeat me so I can live maybe and have a baby. I like making baby plants. You know what's up, ladies? Y'all want to make a plant? Most of them cause zero harm to our giant bodies. You wouldn't even notice it. There's a couple. We'll talk about which ones I question. I stand on that teeter-totter of life when it comes to those. But for the most part, let's just talk about oxalates for a second. I tell you, back in my days when I was doing the fruitarian thing, my teeth were sensitive. I wasn't eating enough greens. I eat mountains of spinach now. Cucumbers out the yin-yang, my teeth are much better. The more spinach I eat, the stronger my teeth feel. Even back in my fruitarian hippie days, I noticed it. When I did the high-fat vegan thing, so much greens in there. Like the diet was based on greens because fat's very concentrated. In order to enjoy a nice large amount of food, you need a lot of vegetables. So just by default, I was juicing a lot and then making huge salads. My teeth felt great, better than ever. No plaque buildup. So better than carnivore, better than fruitarian. Greens are the key, but everybody's saying oxalates inhibit calcium absorption. Bullshit. You notice it. So many people, I've heard of people breaking their bones and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go hit that spinach hard. And they do it and they eat like 3 pounds a day. I made that number up. We all could tell. I know. But they eat mountains of spinach. Their bones heal faster, proven by science. They did a study. It was a good study on it. I was listening in on the results. All right, participants, thank you for signing up to our study. We are gonna break your leg now and then see how much spinach it takes to heal you. Who wants to go first? I'm sorry, I thought this was a bone density scan? What's the breaking? You're gonna break us? No, we measure the bone density after we break your leg with a hammer, and we'll see if it healed up. We use hammers. Just why the hammer though? Like, won't that splinter? It kind of cracks. That we need a clean break, I would think. Why am I here? We'll revisit the results of that study soon. It's going to be fantastic, I bet. So back to the carnivore diet and the anti-nutrient fear. I felt like that was why I was healing. There's meat in your gut and you don't feel it. No doubt about it. When you have a sensitive colon and you're eating a bunch of fiber, it's like you feel it. It's an active colon, it's moving around, there's things in there, they're big, there's gas, things are happening. It's not fun. When you go on carnivore, it just feels like nothing is in there. It's almost like a water fast, but that's not true. There's stuff in there, it's just smaller clumps of meat clumps. There had been many times on that carnivore diet where nothing's happening for like 4 days, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I do an enema and a bunch of stuff comes out. And I'm just like, well, what the hell? No, you don't just fully absorb your meat. That's not how it works. There's stuff in there. It doesn't irritate because it's soft. But it's poison soft. Soft poison. That's not how you heal the gut though. Every time you add in a food with so-called anti-nutrients or fiber, you're gonna feel it. You haven't healed anything. You have to rebuild your whole system. Get rid of the waste. When I was on the carnivore diet, eventually I wanted to start adding in plants. I thought, like, at least give me an avocado, some plant fats. There's gotta be some antioxidant, something beneficial in the plant. I need something. I can't just live off beef. It doesn't make any sense. I'm scared. So I would try it and I would feel pain. I would get just this bloated pain fiber feeling. Now I'm on like probably 100 grams of fiber a day. I doubt it. 70 grams maybe, like a lot. I don't feel it. There is no pain. I do get gassy sometimes. It's not carnivore level gas where you fart once a day max at 3 p.m. It's like there's nothing happening. There's stuff happening, but it's not foul gas. It's nothing that I would be ashamed of. I just let them out. They're friendly ones, and it happens sometimes. It's not like outrageous, but it's definitely there. Is that a disease? All these carnivores are like, oh, you have any gas? You're dying, bro. Since when is farting a disease? What do you even call it? Fartus? I got fartus. Oh, help me. Please help me. If you have foul smelling gas and there's lots of it, then you're probably cleaning house. There's something bad in there. Or you're just not digesting your food properly. You're combining things weird. You could be doing that. Or you just ain't got no microbiome. You can't throw it a walnut, freaks out, can't handle the stress. There's definitely an adjustment period when I went from carnivore to plant-based. Yeah, definitely. The first couple months weren't great, but things are good now. Good luck beating my digestion. You can't. I'll karate chop your shit in half. So anti-nutrients are like the least thing I worry about now. There's only a couple, and I will say this. Grains and beans, nuts and seeds, they're hard to digest. It could be that phytic acid. They are meant to inhibit growth, inhibit digestion. They're enzyme inhibitors. You can probably strengthen your digestion to a point where beans and grains and nuts and seeds, they don't bother you. There's lots of people on earth eating those foods and they're fine. So it's possible. But like if you're sensitive now, I'd back off those foods for a little bit until you're ready. I tried beans a long time ago and I was just getting pain. I was like, that's not food for me. So personally, I eat mountains of spinach with zero fear about oxalates, although I hear, and it is the opposite. If you cook the spinach, that's when you release the oxalates and then potential damage. If you eat tons of cooked spinach, whereas the mainstream teaches you to cook it to like kill the oxalate. Just fairyland out there. Don't listen to anything. Listen to the medical medium ghost of your heart. He will guide you well, my friend, down the dark alley of life, where success, just like the people in that study of the broken leg hammer thing, whatever happened to them. So it's been 8 weeks since we broke your legs with hammers, and a lot of you are doing well. Look at you, Janice. No cast. Huh? How much spinach did you eat? A lot, for sure. I don't know, would I have healed anyway? I mean, was there a control group? That would have been a good idea. Might have been something worth mentioning at the start. Oh, Jesus, the data's useless. You broke our legs for nothing. I knew this was a bad idea. God damn, the money's not... Do we get paid? We get paid, right? Yeah, of course. You all get a free coupon to Macy's. You buy one blender, you get the second blender for 10% off. Look at you. No need to wait to clean the blender after a smoothie to have another one. Seems not worth it. I'll never run again. Damn you, science. I'm telling you, everything out there is opposite land. I don't know what the agenda is, but like the goitrogen-rich plant foods, like all the cruciferous vegetables, those help heal the thyroid. And then you go out to the thyroid mainstream, and it's like, oh, avoid those. Don't eat broccoli. Never. You'll die. I remember Dr. Rick Dina, the raw vegan guy. He was eating a head of cauliflower a day raw. So much goitrogens, and he tested his blood and everything, the TSH levels, everything was phenomenal. Eating a giant head of cauliflower every day. Why would he even eat that? It's not even good raw, you weirdo. Some things just are better cooked. Mushrooms, frickin', are they even digestible raw? I've done it. I marinated them in oil. Taste good. So much fat. Fat's bad now. It's bad. So I personally would not worry about anti-nutrients in raw foods that make sense, for sure. The cooking, you might have some in the grains, and you cook the grains and your brown rice, your wheat gluten. It's like, okay, some of those foods, they're iffy. But fruits and vegetables in the raw state, some fruits are high in oxalates, like the star fruit. And people are afraid of eating, oh, those are high in oxalates, never eat those. I'll freaking monomeal them right now, if I could find them. Where are they? I'll buy one. Do you have one? Mail me one. Sweet potatoes are super high in oxalates, and the Okinawans eat them every day. Cooked, they release the oxalates. They don't even care. I let them out to party in my belly. They live to like 105 every time. Who cares? You think, oh, the carnivore diet, that's the longevity diet. Who? One. Name one carnivore that's over 90. I'll slap him in the mouth. My hand will break on his cheek. So what? So what? I can eat spinach to repair. Proven by the study earlier. So just be wary. Notice it. If anybody's trying to scare you away from fruits and vegetables, look into the why. There's some reason behind it, and it's not a good one for you. It's good for them to make money off you. The only money you need to spend is in my Amazon store down below to get fancy things that make life fun. You couldn't not sell out before the end of the video. Oh, it's hard. It's so hard. Alright, I think we're done. Thank you so much for watching the video today. Consider thumbing it up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you're making a oxalate and phytic acid sandwich. You buy them, you supplement oxalates. There's a business idea for you. Get into the oxalate supplement business. I might start one. I'm gonna go. Subscribe though for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.